Good morning, everybody. MG here. MGCovers bringing you a brand new sports handicapping video. Title of this video is 3 Ways Ghost Wagers Can Help Improve Your Handicapping. We're going to talk about, first off, what a ghost wager is, how it can improve your handicapping. Before we do that, as always, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, greatly appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Got a ton of new subscribers here in the last couple months. And if you want to follow me on social media, put out a ton of content on Instagram and Twitter, specifically Instagram storyline. So if you follow me there, you get a ton of value simply by following me. That screen name is MGCovers, cover spelled with the Z. There's a link in the description box to do that. So let's talk about ghost wagers. Now, the screen that I'm on is oddstrader.com. I'm going to get into that a little bit later and explain it. So what is a ghost wager? And it's spelled exactly like it sounds, G-H-O-S-T. A ghost wager is when you place a wager but not using any real money. Now, there's several sites that you can use to place a ghost wager and track your results. I like OddsTrader, and we're going to talk about why. And we're going to talk about the 3 ways it can help you. So in essence, a ghost wager is you're going to handicap the game just like you would handicap that game normally, but you're not placing real money, but you're going to simulate placing a real live wager. And so just to walk you through that process, let's just look at this. This is OddsTrader here, oddstrader.com. You have to have an account. So let's say that your handicapping indicated that Baltimore was a play. So he's got several different books listed here: BetMG, Bet365, Unibet, PointsBet. So you'd click, let's say you say, okay, 115 is the best line. So we click here. And of course, he has an affiliate link, so this is going to pop up. No big deal. You just X out of this. And this also works on mobile as well, which I really like. All right, so click to add Baltimore. All right, so let's just say we're wagering your unit size is 100. You click this and then click save. All right, now we come over here to our bet card and you'll see there it is. And then it will actually track your win-loss. You know, if that game wins, it will track it and add it to your bet card. And you can also edit it. So the first question you might ask is, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to place a ghost wager? Well, one of the very first reason would be if you don't have any money. Let's say you have no money to wager. You have no money to, like, say, join my service or whatever, but you're watching a lot of videos wanting to improve your handicap. This is an excellent way to improve your handicapping. So, for example, you could take 2 simple concepts I teach. Number 1 is line movement, have several videos on that, and then let's say form. So you could use those as your only 2 criteria and then see how well you do and track your progress without actually risking any, quote, real dollar. So the first way it can improve your handicap is somebody that doesn't have any money. Now, the second way is, let's say you're testing out a new model. Let's say you've created a new model and you want to be able to test this model in real time. And again, you can do it for, not only Major League Baseball that I have pulled up. You could do it for NBA. You could do it for NHL, even though those seasons are coming to an end. And you could do it for soccer as well. And I like it because it simulates a real live wager. So let's say your model indicates that, Pittsburgh is a play early on in the morning, but you look later in the afternoon and the odds are going to change in real time. So again, it's an excellent way to, an excellent thing to do, ghost wagers for testing a new model. And then finally, which I'm going to get into specifically here, is you can use it to prep for a new season. Now, what I did was, baseball has really been a very difficult sport the last couple of years. So what I did when I created the model, or I didn't really create a new model, I used the same model, but sort of a different approach. Rather than wager real dollars, what I did was I used ghost wagers for my first couple of wagers. And so you can see, let's pull that up. All right, so what I did was I started on April 21st. So I waited till teams have played close to about 10 games before I actually started wagering. And then I literally sent these plays out to clients and labeled them as ghost wagers, so they knew I wasn't wagering real dollars. But again, I did it in real time to simulate how it would actually be. And that's very important. You can't create a model and then, when the day is up, you could go, oh, well, I would have played, St. Louis here. That's not good enough, because I don't think you can, you want to simulate this thing as though it's really going down. So you can see April 21st had a loss, and then April 22nd, we split 2-2, but turned a profit there with St. Louis. You look at the next day, went 2-2, turned a little bit of profit. 24th next day, cash with Colorado, and then on the 25th, cash with the Angels. Now, what's cool about using a service like Odds Trader, obviously it's free to do this. It doesn't cost you any money. And again, there's other sites that you can do this with. But what they'll do is they'll track your progress. It tracks your record. It tracks the amount risk. It tracks the amount of profit and gives you an ROI, which is, if you don't know what ROI, just briefly, it's what you risked and then the return on what you risked. So we risked $11.54. I just used $100 each play just so I could make it simple. But you can use whatever amount you want to. Again, it's just a ghost wager, so it really doesn't matter. And so the amount of risk that we had, $11.54, we turned a 14.27% profit, went 6-5, which is actually good. And of course, the way that I teach, you want to be profitable, hitting 50% of your wagers, and we were here in this situation here, hitting obviously just a little bit more than that. Now, so for me, when I was prepping for a season, I wanted to make sure that my interpretation of my model, my approach to Major League Baseball was kind of what I thought it would be. And I'm probably make a couple more videos about Major League Baseball. We talked about this some, focusing on really good hitting teams. Pitching will be extremely overvalued, like it always is. So now the benefit of doing this, where I've got these ghost wagers under my belt, this gives me confidence now when I went to live wagering, which was basically the next day. And you can see here, I started live wagering on, what was this, the 25th? Yeah, the next day. And this was my first play of the season. We had Miami minus 123. Won that one, passed on the 27th. And then, of course, cashed a nice dog here with Kansas City at plus 158 on that next day. So the point is, because I used the third benefit was that, it helps you prep for a new season. So let's say it's the same reason professional athletes, they play preseason games to kind of get a feel, a vibe for, getting into conditioning to play real live games. And it's the same deal utilizing ghost wagers. It can prep you for that season without risking any real dollars. Because let's say, whatever sport is, let's say you've never wagered baseball before and you have a model that you think is pretty good. You've done some back testing, but let's say beginning it starts out 2-10. Well, now you realize, like, hey, maybe I have a problem. Maybe it's just, a run of bad luck, some bad beats, but at least you can use that knowledge of having ghost wagers to your advantage to revamp the model or the approach, etc. So anyway, utilizing ghost wagers, a very good concept, something that can help you if you don't have any money or testing a new model or prepping for a new season. And as always, if you want access to my power rankings to be able to cash dogs like this, plus 158, this was a nice 50-50 game here. You can do that, access to the sites, $49 per month. That gives you access to all my power rankings for Major League Baseball. We also have NBA playoffs going on right now. And of course, believe it or not, baseball season will be coming around. Football season will be coming around the season here in about 4 more months. So we'll have access to that. Some of my best sports. If you want access to all of my plays for all sports, and that gives you access to all the coaching videos, that's $99 per month. And if you want to join for an entire year, that's the best value. You save about $600 on the year. That's $499. The link to join is in the description box. If you like this video, greatly appreciate giving it a like. Good luck, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.